Greetings, gentlemen. This week for food for thought, I have a email I was going to read that I was sent from one of the marriage groups that I'm part of, and so we're going to start with that, and then I'm going to give a little commentary on it. So he wrote this. He says, "You want sex. You asked if she's interested in having sex, and she says no, and you get angry or moody or ignore her for the next 24 hours. Any of these reactions hurts your wife, but more than that, they they do more than that. They make you seem selfish, childish, or manipulative. And any of these things makes you less sexy, which decreases her interest in sex in the future, and that harms your marriage. I suspect most of us can identify with this example, and we could argue it's a natural reaction, but it being natural doesn't make it right or good. Being natural doesn't change how it makes us look, how she feels about that, or that it makes us less sexually desirable. So if you're trying to make her feel bad or guilt her into sex, odds are she knows what you're doing, and even worse for her, it takes her out of the mood. So doing things like that hurts your wife and it's destructive. So here's my thoughts. There's a better way, right? So Heather and I had to learn this. I think I've been open with this before, but the first 16 years of our marriage were pretty miserable. She withheld sex, I withheld affection. She would withhold more sex, I would withhold more affection. And we just had this fight going on back and forth where neither of us ever got what we wanted to the extent we wanted it. So here's what we learned. Rather than trying to manipulate or guilt or coerce your wife into sex, woo her, right? Be nice, be touching, be gentle, be affectionate, be loving, and then tell her what you're looking for, right? Not every time I kiss my wife's neck do I want sex, but sometimes I do. And so let her know the expectation. Hey, sweetie, tonight, would it be possible if we have sex before bed? That's it. That's a gentle, genuine request. And if she's the type of woman that tends to say no, help your wife understand a better way. Say, listen, I'm trying to express myself in a way that you understand where I'm coming from. If I could help you talk to me, I would appreciate that as well. Now, this can't be done in a fight or in a bad time, but in a good time when things are okay, help your wife learn how to talk to you. For example, don't say no. When you say no, this is what I feel. I feel depleted. I feel crushed. I feel frustrated and mad and angry and resentful. And no hurts. But if you would say, that's not a good time, how about we try, and then you name a time, we could try that. So if I say, hey, can we have sex this afternoon? And you can't, then say, the kids are busy. The kids are around. I can't. I don't want to this afternoon. What if we do it tomorrow on your lunch break? All right, so help her learn how to talk to you in a way that's not just saying no. Um, Now, I'm not so naive to think that some wives don't have trauma they need to work through. Some of them do. And if your wife is one of those wives, the best thing you can do for her is help her get some counseling and trauma help to try to work through some of those issues from hurts, habits, and hangups she has in her past. Um, yeah. So again, this is all about open communication. It's about not fighting, but trying to come alongside of each other. And so anything you can do to begin to dialogue about this is a good thing. Now, I know I'm over time on the video here, but this is a bonus. The same thing works for our kids. Train up your children in the way they should go. That means you teach them in the good times. You don't just punish them. You don't just discipline them. We'll talk more about that next week. God bless you guys. Have a great week.